Jaguars Happy Hour is brought to you by Jet Home Loans. And now, a guy who went to a silent auction and came home with a dog whistle and 2 mimes, J.P. Shadrick.
It is Jaguars Happy Hour, our first hour presented by Jet Home Loans from the Hyundai Studios on 1010XL, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. Here's what's coming up, presented by Deep Eddy Vodka, handcrafted with real fruit, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've got Pete Briscoe and Austin Lane coming up. The Jaguars beginning the stretch run this week, 10 games to go after the bye week. Offensive questions coming out of the bye, defensive injury updates. The coach didn't give much today, but they were out there practicing a little bit. Some guys off to the side. We'll keep it real, as always. Fan questions on social media, and we'll go around the National Football League. Well, former Jags defensive end Austin Lane in the studio with me. Good to see you again.
Good to see you,
I don't
man.
think I've been on the show for like a month.
I know, man. We haven't seen each other in a while.
It's been a minute. Pete
Been a little
Briscoe
bit.
from South Florida.
Well, you got Wally Pipp last week.
I know. I heard the ratings were through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, you're not here. Me and Austin are holding down the fort. Kiana's in there, and my God.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know, man. I mean,
you're lollygagging all over London, having a great old time, and we're actually working.
Jolly old England. Hey, it's what it was. The flight schedules, couldn't get back, Pete. It's what it is.
And get on that team plane, JP. You're JP Shadrick. Don't they know that?
I just work here, Pete.
Oh, so you didn't fly with the team?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if I'd flown with a team, I would have been
back.
hosting the show.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. That's true.
Alas, here we are.
You're JP Shadrick.
No.
So now
what are we doing?
First class wasn't available on the team plane. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
where
it was
you
fresh.
decided to
My
pick a different
contract
flight?
has certain levels of status that we have to adhere to.
You need to put
JP's
that contract. You need to be on the team plane in London. That's what you need to do.
It's all right. Hey, we're back, and we're refreshed after the bye week. We've self-scouted some things, Austin. That's just on this show. So then, of course, the team has done the same thing, Pete, and that's what the bye week's about. What is the number one concern or issue going into the bye that needs to be cleaned up coming out of the bye, Austin?
I think me and Pete kind of addressed this on the last happy hour show, but I think it's got to be this offense and Trevor Lawrence, right? I mean, you can break down a lot of things, the offensive line, the running game and everything, but to me, it starts with the quarterback, and it starts with the confidence of the quarterback throwing the football. So I think in terms of, if you have to elevate Travis Hunter to a more prominent role, whatever the case may be, to give Trevor some more confidence, but I think that is the major hole right now.
Turn it loose. Turn it loose. You got to turn it loose. You can't be afraid to throw interceptions. I mean, you look at his interception numbers. What are they? They're nothing, right? He's got
like 5.
He hasn't thrown. Yeah. And so when you look at the way he's playing, it's not to win games; it's to play it safe, and I don't like that. And we highlighted a bunch of plays from the game from the All-22 last week. And the reality is there were shots down the field he didn't take. And there's been shots down the field he hasn't taken.
All season we've said that. From week 1, there were shots that he didn't take.
Well, and in this game, they ran one play down the field. They ran post-corner routes on both sides. And he checked it down. And the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. The first play of the game, he's got Travis Hunter standing there. And that was, I think it was a run-pass check, if I'm not mistaken. And that's who he's got to throw to in that check, and he's wide open. He doesn't even look at him. I don't know what he was looking at. He looked like he was looking for Thomas to come open, and that's not the read. The read is Travis Hunter.
It's 5 yards wide open, 5 yards down the field. Just throw it to him.
He
What he
might have
does.
run
He
for
makes guys
15
miss.
on the first play of the game.
But this is also kind of the story, I feel like, of this offense right now, where if you watch this, obviously a guy comes scot-free and makes it difficult on Trevor, but if you have the snap decisiveness, you make that throw right now, and then we're not talking about the offensive line, giving up a sack, right? So to me, it goes hand in hand, where you have to feel confident in the pocket, you have to be decisive, and you have to make your move.
That was McCary that got beat on that play right from the get-go, if I'm not mistaken. And he struggled the last couple of weeks. And you hear that he's banged up a little bit. But, again, you're on the field, you're accountable, and he's just not playing very well. I don't think they're going to make a change there, but he's not playing very well.
It's what it is right now. Of course, we'll dig into some more of the issues coming up. As always, around this time of year, we're closing in on the trade deadline. So the Jaguars were involved in some of the rumors over this bye weekend involving
dirty rumors.
Sources, not really sources. Brian Thomas Jr. was one of those rumors that he could be on the move. Of course, Liam Cohen today addressed it and said, "No, we are not moving Brian Thomas Jr." Even though he is, he's fighting through and working through some stuff here. So, no action, at least in that department. Now, other things, who knows? What else do they need is the question.
Well, I think that report gets done this way. Somebody in the league is interested in Brian Thomas and says, "Hey, we called on Brian Thomas," and then they put it out there that the Jaguars were interested in listening on Brian Thomas. That's what I think happened on that. And the reality is they're not going to move Brian Thomas, nor should they, by the way. He's a second-year player. He's not even halfway through his second season.
Right.
We saw potential star, ability last year, and you're going to move him halfway through his second season? That would be the dumbest thing you could do.
Yeah.
Does he need to get out of his funk, right, Austin?
Yeah,
he needs to get out of his
doubt.
funk.
Yeah.
But you don't give up on him yet.
Do you think, and I agree, this wasn't James Gladstone or Tony Baselli saying, "Hey, I got a scoop for you guys, take this and roll with it." That didn't happen. There's no way. But, Pete, could you see in a world, was maybe the agent, of Brian Thomas Jr.'s agent, trying to, maybe a team talked to him and then he talks to somebody? Because, so sometimes the job of an agent is to make sure that obviously your player is feeling, the love and everything. And I think in Jacksonville right now, it's been a hard matrimony between Brian Thomas Jr. and the Jaguars. Right now, whose fault it is, we can go back and forth with that. But this season, it hasn't been the best showcase for either side. So could this be a case of an agent maybe trying to just drum up a little interest? Not saying he's trying to move him, but just get people talking about Brian Thomas Jr. in a different light.
I think it's more the other teams out there who are interested in him doing it. I mean, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers and I need a wide receiver, clearly I'd put it out there. If I'm the Buffalo Bills and I need a wide receiver, I'd put it out there and make it look like he's available or there's a potential for him to be available. And I give Liam Cohen credit for shutting it down right away. No, they're not doing that, and rightfully so. Now, having said that, this kid needs to start playing like he did a year ago or close to it. And for whatever reason, and we talked about it a lot, it hasn't happened. He's dropping balls. He doesn't look like he wants to go over the middle. He doesn't come out of the gate very quickly. And it just doesn't seem to really trust his quarterback. And I think all of that combined has led to the problems with him. And then the other part of that equation, Austin, is this. Were we too high on the kid? Maybe he just wasn't as good as we all thought he was. He had drop problems at LSU. He double caught a lot of balls last year. And so maybe we rushed to judgment on him. And I'd be as guilty as anybody.
No, I mean, I think we all did, but I think where the intrigue came from last year was his whole thing out of college was this guy can only run one route, right? He's fast, he's tall, he can run a go route, go up and get a jump ball, or just take the top off and you hit him on the go route, right? And that was what he was known for. He comes to Jacksonville and gets off to a little bit of a slow start. Then Trevor gets hurt, then Mac Jones comes in, and all of a sudden, okay, this guy can run the route tree. Right, so I think maybe one of his biggest knocks of maybe why he fell in the draft was to showcase, well, can you run every single route in the book? And he showed last year that he could. Now, we can go back and watch the film and say, okay, well, maybe the hands weren't perfect. Maybe he did bobble some balls, but he still caught them. So, we kind of lost that in translation. But I think his biggest knock last year, he showcased he can handle. Now we enter this year, and once again, expected to run the entire route tree because you're a wide receiver one. And for the most part, I think he can still do that. It's just the fact that you can't catch the ball.
See, I don't remember a lot of the over-the-middle short stuff with him last year, though. They didn't run a lot of that, I don't remember. So having to go short over the middle into traffic is kind of maybe a little bit of a new thing for him here.
But he doesn't even catch the 50-50 balls, and he hasn't all summer. That was a concern of theirs all summer. He wasn't catching those. I will tell you, during the draft process, one of the things a couple scouts and personnel people told me about him was One year at LSU, the year before at LSU, he wasn't the hardest working guy, or he wasn't exact. And then they saw Neighbors, and he saw the success that Neighbors was having. And Neighbors is a maniac. And he said, ho, 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 I can be that if I do that. And he started doing it. And when he started doing it, he became a first-round pick. So it's not that he doesn't work, by the way. And we always talk about this, Austin. He's a willing blocker. Most wide receivers aren't willing blockers. He'll block.
Yeah.
There's just some disconnect with the quarterback, and there's some disconnect with his skill set right now. He's not catching the ball. He's not using his hands. He's not winning 50-50 balls. He's not running away from people. He's not playing fast. There's a lot of things at play here. And for the life of me, I would sit him down and say, look, this is what you were a year ago. Get back to that. What's holding you back, dude?
Well, I mean, Pete, is this an issue? And I get he didn't play a lot last year, but with Christian Kirk, obviously you had a solid veteran who'd been in the league for a while, who knows how to be a wide receiver. I think going into that training camp last year with Brian Thomas Jr. as a rookie, I'm sure Christian Kirk was a guy that maybe you leaned on a little bit. Not the same style, but just in terms of how to go about life in the NFL. Christian Kirk leaves, there's a lot of hype around you, and now you go from a guy who was drafted in the first round where we didn't really know what we're getting with you to showcasing your skills, and now you're counted on as the wide receiver one and going to be featured in this offense, as Liam Cohen said when he first got here. So is there a little bit of maybe he wasn't ready to handle the mantle, the responsibility of being the go-to guy and being the leader of that wide receiving group going into your second year?
Well, it's also there's a school of thought that being the number one wide receiver on a bad football team when you're playing from behind, getting a lot of yardage, is not the same as being that guy. And this year he was counted on to be that guy. And so far he hasn't been that guy, and that maybe has been a problem for him. By the way, you mentioned that. In training camp, you looked around that receiver room, there were a bunch of kids in there.
Yeah.
And so I think Tim Patrick was brought in because Tim Patrick's a pro, and he can help them. The problem with that is if you're a pro and you're not really doing a lot, guys look at them and they go, okay, he's a pro. He's been a pro. He's done things the right way. But what does he do when he gets on the field?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's
so.
Yeah.
You know how this is, Austin. Guys react to production. They react to what you can do. You can be the greatest leader in the world. You're not producing. Guys are going to look at you and go, what? I'm not listening. I'm not. He's what I should be following. He gets one catch every 2 games.
Right. That's how it goes. Quick thought on defense as we begin the program. We'll get back to offense certainly coming up. No takeaways last 2 weeks. A little different feel when you don't have Devin Lloyd out there, Trayvon Walker with one hand, and they're playing from behind a lot. So early leads help this team early. So where are they defensively right now?
I mean, I think defensively right now, the biggest focus has to be on that defensive line, and more specific, that interior defensive line. I think right now, if you look at the NFL in terms of bye weeks and everything, I think they're probably like half the teams in the NFL have had a bye week. The other half are still waiting to have theirs. The Jacksonville Jaguars are dead last right now in quarterback sacks. And I understand, that's a number that sometimes gets lost in translation, right? Like, we can sit here and say, well, how many sacks does Josh Hines Allen have? Well, not that many, right? He hasn't really achieved that. But at the same time, you can turn on the film and say, well, he's getting pressure. He's causing turnovers and everything. He's just not getting quarterback sacks. If you want to be a playoff caliber team and make a run, you have to get the quarterback down. It's as simple as that. If you see the teams right now in the NFL, and there's always anomalies, but if you see the teams right now that are leading in the category of quarterback sacks, those are playoff types of teams. The teams on the bottom, not so much. So to me, that's the biggest thing right now in defense, is getting after the quarterback.
No interior pressure at all, usually. I mean, that's the problem. Hamilton, by the way, I'm going to say that he's been actually pretty good the last couple of weeks in the run game. I think he's played some of his best football since what happened with his back the last couple of weeks. But he didn't offer anything as a pass rusher. Mason Smith has hinted at times with some pass rush the last couple of weeks, but it's not consistent. And, the other guy, once in a blue moon, Armstead, you'll see the pass
Austin
rush.
Johnson as well sometimes is in there. But
but not consistent enough to push the interior of the pocket. And when you don't push the interior of the pocket, you can watch the tape and see Josh Hines Allen getting all kinds of attention on his side. And when Walker's not in there doing his stuff, you can really see it go to the other side. He's dealing with 2 and 3 guys sometimes. And so that adds to the lack of production. I'm with you. You can talk all you want about pressures. The analytics guys, well, pressures are just as important as sacks. No, they're not. There's nothing more demoralizing to an offense than throwing a quarterback on the ground on first down and having him 2nd and 20. Nothing. Pressure. Oh, he pressured him and he threw the ball away. Well, it's still 2nd and 10. Get him on the ground. They're not getting him on the ground. That demoralizes an offense.
I remember, I think this would have been my second year, 2011. I remember we played Houston at Houston, and that was the game where they put up like 40-something points. Blackman went off for us on offense and everything. But,
2012.
But I had 5 quarterback pressures. Wasn't like I was on the phone with my agent after that game saying, hey, time to re-up. I got 5 pressures. You better tell Gene Smith right now, write the contract. Can they affect the game? Absolutely. Are you getting paid off quarterback pressures? Absolutely not.
But here's the other part of that, Austin. If you were getting 5 pressures and you were pressuring the quarterback to move and he was moving into somebody else getting him on the ground, then those pressures matter.
Correct.
Josh Hines-Allen's getting pressures and he's not pressuring into anybody else getting sacks. You know what I mean? So it's not working.
I mean, they pressured into some errant throws early in the season that were picked off on the back end. There's some of that, but then that's gone away too. So
They haven't taken the ball away. And sometimes, and we talked about this last week, JP, sometimes when you take the ball away, it masks your inefficiencies on defense.
Oh, we'll dig deeper into this a little bit more. I should have watched the replay last week to see what
you should have.
I wasn't even watching the film. Wasn't even trying to get better.
Wasn't even watching it. I was busy walking around London.
I'm sure you were. I don't know if you were walking. You might have been crawling.
We're back in a moment. That's enough out of you for now, Pete. We'll get back into this offense and catching the football. That's an important piece of what they do. And Travis Hunter. How much more can they use of him in this offense moving ahead and trying to get back to the run game? It's all coming up. Busy show ahead, and if you want customized Jags furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com and browse all customizable options. ZipChair, furniture for fans. This is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Football and Miller Lite. Duval's greatest pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going well past postgame. Sunday night overtimes. Followed by Monday morning pride. Knocking on bar tops for luck. Kicking back on any given Sunday. You never forget the way some things taste. Jags football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
You look at the end of the last game against the Rams with he and Trevor building on a connection and making some plays towards the end of the game. Obviously, it was a little out of reach at the time, but you're still seeing competitive throws and catches in live action, which is something we've needed. So, you definitely look at how much more can he handle, how much more can we put him in a position to be successful on both offense and defense, and what does that look like? So it definitely gave us an opportunity as a staff to look at how we can continue to use him.
Head coach Liam Cohen, we'll hear more from him coming up, and the full press conference at Jaguars.com discussing Travis Hunter and his usage moving forward. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans, 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube, JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, and Pete Prisco. The band is back together, and the Jaguars this week head to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. Travis Hunter in that game at Wembley against the Rams, 14 targets, 8 catches, 101 yards, and his first career touchdown, all, as Liam Cohen said, when the game was out of hand and out of reach. But, it's starting to trend that way. You got to keep feeding him the football a little bit more. When he has it in his hands, he's dynamic. They've designed some plays to him that haven't been thrown to him. We touched on that. But how much more can he handle starting on offense? We'll get to defense coming up.
I think he's going to have to handle more. I think going forward right now, until proven otherwise, Travis Hunter is your wide receiver one. Because every time the ball's in his hand, good things happen. And I think he hasn't shown you yet a reason not to trust him. Now, obviously, getting lined up properly, the motions and things like that, that has to get cleaned up. And I think the more time he spends in this offense, that will be cleaned up. But it's apparent to me that this is your wide receiver one going forward, and this is going to be the guy that's going to help out Trevor Lawrence, I think, and give him a new sense of confidence.
I agree with you 100%. It's his offense now. Build it around him. Get him the ball. I love this play, getting him down the field. We hadn't seen much of that. A lot of quick stuff with him. Getting him in some one-on-one situations. It's hard to cover him in one-on-one situations. He's fluid. He knows how to run. And you're right. The lining up and all that, the pre-snap penalties, he's got to be better with that, as do a lot of guys. But he's the number one offense. And going forward, I think he will be the focal point of the offense. But having said that, and you said we'll talk about the defense later, I think he should be playing more corner too. Do both.
Just play it all. Just go.
Play it all. Play it all. He's their best corner. He's their best receiver. And I don't think there's any question about it. When he plays corner and he covers a guy in man-to-man, he's damn good at it. Mm-hmm. So why not play him at both? All we heard all offseason was, he's going to play both. Well, so far he hasn't played both. Well, now you're after the bye week. Now's the time. He has to be on the field playing both. Starting corner, starting wide receiver, number one wide receiver, number one corner. That's who he is.
To kind of echo what Pete was saying about this defense, where when you get turnovers, it can mask a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I think the same thing can be said when you're winning football games. I think it masked a little bit of what Travis Hunter was doing. Right? Because, this is your first-round pick. You gave up another first-round pick next year to get this guy. And granted, maybe he wasn't being the most productive in terms of an offense, but you're running football game, so it wasn't an issue. Now we see, this offense is stagnant. This defense is giving up some big plays. You have to use them on both sides of the ball. Before you had the luxury of saying, we're winning football games. This is a marathon, not a sprint. As long as we're winning, let's keep them under wraps a little bit and let's slowly bring them along. Well, you've lost 2 games now, and those 2 games that you've lost, they weren't your best showing. And now I think this is a must-win game against the Raiders.
Must win.
After a bye week, especially against a team that you're supposed to beat, this is a must-win game. I think for the morale in that locker room, but also for in terms of wanting to go to the playoffs, you got to beat the Raiders.
Yeah, you don't want the here we go again crap permeate in that locker room. And so I'm in agreement with Austin on that. I think this is definitely a must-win. But back to Travis Hunter. When you look at it on the the big picture, you could have drafted a wide receiver in that spot. Ted McMillan.
Yeah, Ted.
Ibuka. Or whatever. They would have been starting. You would have been happy with them. They would have been a good player. And you still would have had your pick next year if you wanted to draft a cornerback, high corner. And they both would have, in 2 years, next year, they both would have been started. One would play corner, one would play wide receiver. Well, you opted to go get a guy who is a unicorn, as he calls himself, because you gave up those picks to do it. Well, now he's got to play both. Enough with the charades. It's over. He's the number one wide receiver. He's the number one corner. He wants to play both. He thinks he can play both. He showed he can play both. Go play both. Don't take him out.
No,
Let him play.
I agree with you, Pete, but also the argument's going to be, well, they weren't asking for a corner at all during this past season's draft, right? Like everyone said, okay, wide receiver possibly, defensive tackle possibly. But I didn't see a lot of people reporting, the Jaguars need another cornerback. Because, well, they had Tyson Campbell at the time. I think we all thought Tyson Campbell could take a step forward if he's healthy.
Yeah, but they needed another one on the other side.
Well, I mean, you bring in Lewis, which I thought,
free agency.
Free agency.
Nickel corner.
Nickel corner. But, like, I think
Maybe you thought Jarian might take a step.
Yeah,
okay.
At least I was pretty comfortable there. I knew, okay, if you get Travis Hunter, yeah, we'll see how he fits in on that defense and everything. But people were expecting, I think, a lot more from Tyson Campbell. And he didn't deliver. He gets traded away, and now we'll see what Newsome can do. But nobody was really clamoring for that first-round cornerback in last year's, in this past season's draft. It was all about wide receiver. Now, I agree with you, though. If you're James Gladstone, and one of the first things you say about your first-round pick is he's going to change the game, you got to change the game with him.
He's not going to change the game sitting on the bench on defense.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, ideal scenario right now, their cornerback position, you take the field, starting cornerback. He's playing outside, Lewis is playing inside, and Newsome's playing outside. That's their ideal scenario right there. That's what they should play. Just play it that way. I mean, okay, what's your other option? Play Jones, play Monteric Brown. And look, Monteric Brown fights and battles. I love the way the kid plays, but he's limited. He doesn't run very well. And so there's a limit there. And by the way, you have a safety in the middle of the field, doesn't run at all. And so that's a problem when you have two guys that don't run that well. And that's why I think Travis Hunter needs to be on the field. If you play Travis Hunter, you could play man-to-man in some situations on that side of the field. You can bring Wingard down because he should be down more than he should be in the middle of the field. And then you could play Murray in the middle of the field. And you could double on the other side. That's what he gives you. Lewis can cover man-to-man. He can cover man-to-man. Those two guys give you, and then you help on the other side. Newsome needs help. Yeah. I just think they need to let him play both. And now is the time. You play him every snap on defense and every snap on offense going forward.
Got plans for 2028? Well, the Jags do, and they'll be back better than ever and be among the first to experience the stadium of the future and cement your place in Jags history. Place your deposit now, jaguars.com/SOTF tickets, and join the future of the Jaguars. We're on 1010XL AM, jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube coming up. Plenty more of this Jaguars defensive talk, including Devin Lloyd, Trayvon Walker, what their status could be this week. We'll look around the AFC South. Then in the second hour, fan questions and keeping it real. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dream Finders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dream Finders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dream Finders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Jacksonville builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top-quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars souvenir cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Hey, Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
Pass rush and coverage in terms of limiting explosives, but also getting home a little bit more as well. So you look at all those things, and so much of it goes into it. These guys did a lot of work as a staff from a report and communicating that now to the players, and some of those things that you want to end up getting maybe tweaked, but we're not going to go and reinvent the wheel.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, coming out of the bye week, met with the media earlier today, and welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans from the Hyundai Studios, the Miller Electric Center. J.P. Shadrick with Austin Lane. Pete Prisco down in South Florida after the bye week. The Jaguars head to Vegas. 4 out of the next 5 games are on the road for the Jaguars. That happens with the London part of the schedule sometimes when you have some home games, including that one lumped together. This will be the long road trip portion, month and a half or so for the Jags coming up. And he was talking about defense there, and you said it earlier. Takeaways might mask some of the issues that the Jaguars were having on defense. We talked a little bit about that, and Liam Cohen mentioned it there. The pass rush could get home a little bit more. What else on defense do you need to see more out of this group? Like what beyond the pass rush?
Yeah.
Like what are they missing?
See, I mean, I think we talk about attitude.
No, I'm missing. They've had a good year, I think.
No, for sure.
Right.
I think we talk about a defense, like, are they physical and do they have the right attitude, right? And I think when you have those phrases, you look strictly at, well, can they stop the run? And I think they've done a pretty dang good job of stopping the run. So that's not an issue. Like last year, that was an issue, right? This year, it seems to be they know what they're doing. They're in the trenches. So, like, that's not the issue. So I think the back part of it's got to be communication, and it's got to be giving up the big plays. Because if you look at, like, that Rams game, and we talked about this with me and Pete and everything, like, that game could have been a lot worse than what it was. Right? Like, I think Sean McVay, not saying took it easy because, you know, it's the NFL. Everyone's got to do their thing. But, like, I think they could have threw the kitchen sink a little more, and it could have been a 50 burger on this defense. They were that in tune, and the defense was just giving up too much.
I mean, they came up in 13 personnel to start the game, and they were running 3 tight ends at them and throwing it to all of them.
I mean, but, you know, when there's a minute left in the half, and you get a 9-yard gain, and then you chose take a knee,
let it go. Right, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that was almost the mercy knee,
Yeah.
like the old Lions in 1995 did to him when it was 40-something
pass
nothing
the
in the
sticks to
third
somebody
quarter.
else. You know, you're playing video games.
Remember that, JP?
Time to pass him.
Something else.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's one. Yeah, what about it, Pete? What do you think?
Well, the secondary has had a lot of busts. And, it was when Campbell was here, he had some busts. When, getting beat. Wingert the last 2 weeks, look, you remember, I praised him early in the season as one of the most improved players on the team. Well, the last 2 weeks, he's been one of the worst. He doesn't run. He's limited. And so they got to do a better job of hiding him. You look at these plays, and this one, that one was not a penalty, by the way.
That was a bad. Yeah, that was bad.
That was a terrible call. But we could show his plays where the tight end ran by him a couple different times, where, he can't allow that to happen. Look,
and for him to be wide open, that was another penalty. But then, there's another play where he gets kind of brought up a little too much, thinks it's going to be a run.
Oh, yeah, and the tight end goes right by him in the back of the end
right
zone.
by him.
Ends up being a pass, and he doesn't have the recovery.
And it happened the week before too. Remember?
Yeah.
They got him the week before. Seattle got him with the tight end on the over. So, look, the bottom line is, we know he's limited. It's just who he is. He plays hard. He's a good player near the line of scrimmage. He's a good blitzer when they blitz him. He's a good, solid run player. But he's limited athletically. And when you're limited, that shows up, and they attack him. They've attacked him. Let's be real. That's what they've done. They've isolated him, and they've attacked him a little bit. So I think that's one of the bigger concerns on the back end. And, where's Murray? Because Murray looked dinged up in that game. He looked like he got a little dinged in that game.
He was one that in the open media time today was not out there either. So whatever that means, there will not be an official injury report today. That'll begin on Wednesday this week. But there was open media time.
Was Antonio Johnson in that spot today?
He was out there today, at least in the open media time.
But he would be the one that would probably go into the lineup.
That's my guess. Yeah. That would be my guess.
See, this goes back to preseason when they lost the rookie, because they thought he might be starting.
Ransaw. Yeah,
they thought Ransaw might be starting, and you lose him, and then Wingert starts out and plays well, and then hadn't played as well, and now with Murray, if Murray can't play, then you got concerns there, and Antonio Johnson has to go in. So, there's concerns at that position. And Savage, they said packing because he was playing in concrete, but that's a whole nother issue.
Right. Certainly on the defensive side, Devin Lloyd not in there after the impact he had made early in the season. That changed some things in the last couple of weeks. And then we already talked about Trayvon Walker with the one hand. Lloyd was off to the side in the open media time today, working with athletic trainers. I believe Trayvon Walker was out there the time we were there, which is a good sign. But we'll see what happens, because with a calf injury, that thing, you just don't know, and you can't take any chances with it.
Yeah, and they're definitely missing him too, because we want to talk about interior pressure and everything. Like, they've been dialing up some great blitzes with Devin Lloyd. I've seen him run a couple games. He ran one like Trayvon Walker, where Trayvon Walker got home, and that's what he does well, right? And that's what this defense has to be about. We just talked about Dewey and everything playing on the back end. Like, I think what Dewey does well is he does well stacking the box and playing physical, right? Like, that's what he does. That's his game. What Devin Lloyd does well is this guy's not afraid to blitz. He's not afraid to show off some pass rush moves, and he's done a commendable job in terms of pass coverage as well, being in the right spot at the right time and making good on those interceptions and everything.
No, not 30 yards down the field like he was last year, right? That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He's been better. He's been a better player this year than he's been. No question about it. But I'll say this. He still doesn't play the run as well as Miller's. Miller's better against the run. I think. And even in the Chiefs game, Lloyd made that play, but it wasn't a great game by him. You know what I mean? But he's better than he was. But I think I think people got to slow the roll on defensive player of the year and all that stuff.
He was on that pace, though, Pete.
The numbers are going to speak for themselves,
right?
Man. Like, whether or not, there was a bad throw by the quarterback, he still made the play.
He's been good, but come on, Myles Garrett had 5 sacks yesterday. You're not winning defensive player of the year over that guy.
True.
So. But he's been good. He's been better, but he's still not great again. He's still not a great run player. Ventrell Miller played the run good the other day. When he played the run well, I thought. And And they, if they had a combo of the two of them, it'd be a hell of a player. Right? If you could get Devin Lloyd and Ventrell Miller together, boy,
sure,
that would be a run thumper and a guy who could, run and chase and blitz. That would be a perfect linebacker, but that's not who they have.
You could build a player like on Madden.
Isn't Lloyd's
not having him there.
Then?
I don't think not having Devin Lloyd in there hurts them as much as having a club on Trayvon Walker's arm.
Okay, the one-armed defensive end. That's a tough one, huh?
He's a shell of himself.
Yeah, I mean it's. You have one hand. I mean, you do one hand with anything. It can be difficult, especially play in a professional football game. And
you played end. So talk us through what's that mean when you have one hand?
So the only time I've had to use a club was in college. That was my sophomore year. Had some tendon issues in my thumb. Had to club it up and everything. And yeah, I mean, you're essentially a shell of yourself because it's so ingrained in you as a defensive lineman. Hand placement, hand violence, ripping, shedding, all this stuff. When you put a club on, that goes out the window. So it's almost like you're learning how to play the position over again, which you've been ingrained in yourself since you were in Pop Warner. Like you learn how to like walk again, basically. So yeah, it's obviously, I think it's hampering him a little bit. I was optimistic because he does possess power, and when you're a power rusher, I feel like the club can be a little beneficial as opposed to like working all these different kind of moves and everything. But you are seeing it, like he's not the same type of player with that club on.
Yeah, and back, 20 years, 25, 30 years ago, he would have been able to use that club to hit somebody across the head and rush the passer. You can't do that anymore either. But, like he looped on one play and still got a little power, and you saw his power. But once he got there with the power, normally he'd be able to get a guy off of him, but he doesn't have that hand to do it. And so that's a problem.
Well, and I think a question you could ask then, if he's having trouble on the edge of generating a pass rush move to get home, I always felt like guys with clubs, they did it a lot better playing a 3 technique or a nose. Just the action happens that much quicker. You can get around a little easier as opposed to a 3-step drop where it's 1001, 1002, 1000. Okay, pass rush move. When you're playing defensive tackle, it happens quicker. So could you, in theory, use his speed, use his athleticism, hopefully he can turn his hips around and just hit a rip move or something and then get after the quarterback? Because I feel like go ahead.
Yeah, we thought he could play inside there on certain downs anyways, and he's big enough, he's powerful enough, he could do that. I'm not against that. I think you're onto something. You got to get him on the field because he's one of the few guys that can push the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Right, elite player.
Even with a club.
Even if you put him in the right spot, certainly. We got plenty ahead. We're back in a moment. AFC South and the kicking game. Some questions there over the last few weeks. Another miss from Cam Little. We'll dig into that coming up. And from the backyard of the Beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new Sideline Collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During our fall savings month, get 20% off your replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, or 0 interest for 12 months. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills by maintaining indoor temperatures year-round. Offer ends October 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow! Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane. Our first hour presented by Jet Home Loans. 1010XL, Jaguars.com. Jaguars YouTube coming up in the second hour in about 15 minutes. Fan questions, keeping it real. We'll go around the National Football League as well. Let's get some special team thoughts as we're going through kind of each side of the football here. Coming out of the bye week, self-scout. The Happy Hour self-scout edition. Field goal kicking. Another miss in London for Cam Little, his fourth miss of the season. I think that's tied for the second most of any kicker in the NFL. They said they're not bringing anybody in to compete. They're going to go with Cam. That's what it is, Pete. But
miss this week, and I guarantee you they're bringing somebody in.
You think so, huh? I know your mantra with kickers all the time is just make your damn kicks, right?
But I get why you're reluctant to make a change. The kid has an enormous leg, and so you see the potential there. And by the way, we've seen this play out all across the league over the course of history. A guy has a big leg, misses a couple kicks, team sends him packing. Next thing you know, he ends up on another team, and he's a good kicker. I mean, Jason Myers.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Absolutely.
And remember when Lambeau came from the Chargers, he had a good year for Jacksonville that one year, and he was going bad in with the Chargers. So it's happened before, so you're reluctant to do it. But you go to Vegas this week, and he yanks an extra point or misses a field goal, then I think you got to bring somebody in. And I think, and we talked about this last week, Austin, about how the 70-yard field goal might have been the curse and the blessing. It's great. He made one, didn't count at all. But he got the ball in Canton. But now everybody automatically assumes he's going out there to bang home 60-yarders, 55-yarders with regularity, and he's not doing it. So I think this is a big week for one Cam Little. And by the way, you talk special teams, the punter hasn't been very good either.
Yeah, he's usually a little more, accurate down, getting them inside the 10-yard line, and that hasn't happened a lot.
And his average is way down. We looked it up last week, right, Austin?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. So with Cam Little, I am a little surprised that they didn't bring somebody in just for competition, right? Because if you go to that Rams game when it's 4th and 7, they had an opportunity to get points with the field goal, and they opted to go for it. Now, Liam Cogan said that was always the plan to go for it with Trevor, but I don't think that was the case. I think you had a kicker right now who isn't very confident, and you're trying to make up for it, and you're trying to do him a service by not putting him back out there when he's not confident, right? Because if you keep on kicking and it keeps going bad, you just dig yourself deeper and deeper. At some point, though, he has to get out of it. And at some point, you're not going to be able to rely on your offense to convert first downs because, let's be honest, that doesn't look great right now. So if you have to get points and you're going to be playing in close games like, say, the Raiders or say the Chargers coming to town in a couple weeks, that'll be a huge game.
Yeah, it will.
It may be a 3-point game. You can't revolve your offense and your philosophy around, well, let's just make sure Cam Little is confident enough now that he can make this, right? Like, let's help him out. Like, you can't have a football team like that. Like, you have a job to do. You have to make your kicks, and either you can make them or you can't. But I'm not opposed to bringing competition in because I think James Gladstone said it. Like, every week's an evaluation. And if someone doesn't fit this scheme, if someone's not up to the standard, they'll bring somebody else in. So why Cam Little got a pass, maybe because he had a 70-yarder, and they're like, okay, let's invest in this guy a little more. That might be the case, but at some point you got to go, hey, let's have a competition here.
Yeah, I'm with you. If he misses this week, there's no doubt they have to bring somebody in next week. But here's the other part of it. Not like good kickers are just sitting out there somewhere, right?
It's
but
week 9.
At least they say that, and I'm a big believer you can find kickers. You can find them. And just hope you get one that gets hot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You just hope you get one that gets hot. JP, did you look up the punting stats? Because his numbers are down too.
Yeah, Logan Cook, gross average this year is 48 yards, so that's 14th best in the league. He's 7th in net average right now at 43.3. And he already has 4 touchbacks this year. There was a year where he had like 1 the whole season. So there's some of that.
And the net and the gross are both down.
They're down from his – because he's usually right there at the top of the
league. Deep snapper has had some issues at times. He hadn't been as good. They all went to did they all go to the Pro Bowl? Didn't they go to the Pro Bowl
There's
together,
a couple.
right?
I mean, there's like jerseys down there from All-Pro stuff for the long snapper too. So, there's that.
Those guys all got to be better. And here's the weird thing about it. We talked about this last week. It's the same special teams coach.
Yes.
So, what's going on? The one bright special teams thing that I think has happened is Parker Washington's return. I mean, he had one called back. That should have never been called. That should have never been a block in the back.
Hold block in the back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have never been. He barely even blew on him, and they should have let that go. And he's been good, but that's about it, though, right? I mean, what else are you getting? The special teams have not been what you thought they would be. You thought they'd be a strength.
Kickoff team, it doesn't really stick out to you in terms of pitting a team within the 30 or the 25, usually coming out. So yeah, I agree. Special teams have been down.
And the return game, a kickoff return. What's his returns in the kickoff game? He's had a couple good ones, hasn't he?
Who talking about Parker? Yeah.
Parker.
He's been really
Here's what I can't figure out though. Why did they change that? Didn't they change the returners in the last game?
Well, remember early in the year it was Tank.
Bigsby.
Yeah.
Bigsby
and traded him.
Somebody else because you have 2 back there.
Yeah.
But then who had the kickoff returns?
Oh, they put De'Ami Brown and London back there. That's right.
Correct.
Yeah, and he actually had a couple of returns on kickoffs. It was all right.
But who was it? It was De'Ami Brown and who? Because look at if you have the stat sheet there, who returned a kick? Because it wasn't just him. They changed them.
Yeah, I know De'Ami had a couple of decently long ones. I remember that. I'll find it.
Yeah, but again, these teams have started using running backs as return men because they think the play looks more like a running play than a kickoff return. I hate that. I hate it. I don't think running backs have a natural feel for being returners. And a running back might pop through. The majority of the time, the running back's not going to rip it for a long return. You know what I mean? He's going to pop through and give you 25. He ain't popping it and giving you 75. So I'm a big believer in these teams got to get away from the running back as return men.
Well, we'll see what happens moving ahead. Maybe that's another self-scout after the bye week. We'll see what they throw out there in Las Vegas this week. Let's take a look at the AFC South standings after yesterday's action. Now the Jaguars, all right, they are still in second. But Indy at 7-1, 2-0 in the division. They haven't lost in the conference yet. It's a runaway train, and Indiana Jones is leading the way.
Just like everybody predicted. I'll say this about Indianapolis. I feel like week by week, everyone wants to say, okay, well, wait till they play the Chargers. Well, they played the Chargers and they curb stomped the Chargers, right? Like, there's going to be a point where you have to give your flowers and your props to the Colts and say they're a solid team. And I think when you have arguably the best running back in the NFL right now, an offensive line that's playing very well, a rookie tight end that is a mismatch nightmare, and some wide receivers that I think are a little underrated in terms of their capabilities, and a competent quarterback that can lead them, they have the makings to be, I think, a pretty dang solid team that can make a run. And I think it's telling if you take that Titans game on Sunday. They were supposed to beat the Titans. Like, I'm sure Vegas had that. Supposed to beat the Titans. Mm-hmm. But they blew out the Titans. And that's what a good football team does. Like, there's so much parity in the NFL where sometimes you play a team that you're supposed to crush and it's a competitive game. The Colts haven't really had that. Like, the teams that they're supposed to beat.
The Cardinals game is the one they had, remember?
But also I think the Arizona Cardinals, like, they're a tough physical team. Like, on paper, they don't necessarily scare you.
But remember, they played without Murray in that game. It was Brissett. So you have a backup quarterback. You should blow them out, and they ended up being in a game. But you're right. They blow the bad teams out.
Yeah, and to be fair, that Rams game, I'm sure Colts fans think about that Rams game like the Jaguars think about the Bengals game. Like, the Colts should have won that Rams game. So set aside from Mitchell, having the two bonehead plays, but the Colts should be undefeated right now.
I mean, the Rams scored 2 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes.
Remember? On the field goal that was called for leaping. So you can split
go back
those
and forth, sure.
But they beat up on a lot of bad teams. But to your point, though, Austin, they beat the daylights out of those bad teams. They score. And, when you score a lot of points, you know what that does? It makes your pass rushers better. Mm-hmm. It makes your pass rush better. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're getting after the quarterback. Buckner on the interior has been good, rushing the quarterback. The edge guys are good. And you can cover up some things on the back end when you can do that. So playing with a lead is important. They're going to be a tough team to beat. The Texans look good on Sunday against the 49ers. We know they're good defensively. No matter who they play, they're going to be good defensively. But they got the offense going without Nico Collins against the 49ers.
And the Jags get them in 2 weeks as well, coming up on the road down in Houston. 1 hour down, 1 hour to go. We've got fan questions, keeping it real. We'll go around the league. All that set to come up in hour number 2. This is Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
Watch the game, host your crew, or just unwind at BC Grill and Patio at Sheridan Jacksonville, part of the Marriott family of hotels. Enjoy craft cocktails, tasty bites, and indoor-outdoor seating perfect for watch parties, happy hours, and events. Mention this radio ad for 10% off food and drinks. Visit SheridanJacksonville.com or call 904-564-4772.
Look closely at the Ford F-150, and you'll see more than just a truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. Just another reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America for 48 straight years. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Come in today for a great deal on a 2025 Ford F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
My best friend Riley loved going to the beach. She was a great swimmer. Then one day, during a swim meet, she collapsed. She had cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma. She spent months getting care at UF Health. The doctors did so much, even put her in a clinical trial. I wish we could go to the beach right now. But she's working.
Out of the water.
She's on lifeguard duty. Maybe we'll head out when her shift is done.
UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
There's an openness now to learn and grow from the mistake, and everybody can learn from that mistake. You're not correcting the player, you're correcting the play. And ultimately everybody can learn something from that. And then I thought Sean did a nice job of it as well when I was in LA, in terms of there's a standard of execution that we hold and that we have and that everybody is held to. And we're no different as coaches. And so I just think that when you can put a little bit on yourself and show guys, I gotta, this isn't good enough by me either. It continues to hold each other accountable.
Welcome back. It is hour number 2 of Jaguars Happy Hour. Of course, that's head coach Liam Cohen. And our second hour is presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game. We're on 1010XL, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Coming off the bye week, JP Shadrick with you. Here's the opening drive for hour 2, presented by Target Zero. Let's get everyone home safely. Of course, the Jags coming off the bye. The Jaguars now currently the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs if they started right now. It's before Monday Night Football. The Chiefs play tonight. Looking inward at the bye week. That's what Liam Cohen was talking about there. The Jaguars are among the league leaders in penalties and drops on offense. And offensively, the approach for Lawrence and the offense moving ahead. We'll get into that again coming up shortly. Can the Jags defense get to the quarterback? And can they get back to taking the football away? Travis Hunter usage could be going up down the stretch on both sides of the football, and the stretch run is here. 10 games to go for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Austin Lane, Pete Prisco with us, as always, here on Jaguars Happy Hour. The second hour presented by Mr. Chubby's.
So I liked what Liam Cohen said there about the accountability part.
Yeah, because there was a video clip of a team meeting right before the bye week that came out. Yeah. That was what was referenced there today. And he said, I could have made a better play call here, and showed the play. One of the players, rookie running back, tried to chime in, hey, Coach, I could have done this. No, that's fine. I appreciate it. This is on me.
So shout out to the Jaguars for peeling behind the curtain a little bit and showing us that. We've been talking about the access.
It's awesome.
It's great. And listen, I've been on every single team that I've been on. Lions, Bears, Chiefs, and everything. Those conversations have been had before, right? Where a coach gets in front of his team and says, I got to call it up better. What I've never seen before, and this is why I buy into what Liam Cohen's selling here in terms of accountability, I've never seen a player speak in front of the room like that and say, I got to do a better job. And that was Quinn Allen.
Yeah.
And I've been in those meeting rooms where you don't have a good game and you almost want to sit down and say, don't show it, right? You want to hide. You don't want to make yourself known. The fact that you got a rookie there who it's his first year in the NFL goes, you know what? I'm going to take accountability for myself and say, I have to do a better job. Then, it's like a moment where Cohen's like, I appreciate whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it speaks volumes when you have a rookie who's still learning his way in the NFL to stand up in front of the team and say, I got to do a better job. That means that the message is getting through. I've never, in any NFL locker room I've been in, I've heard the coach say a million times, I got to call up better, got to do a better job in the film room. Never seen a player speak up, though.
I will say, and I said this before the season, we didn't know how he would handle being a head coach. And as we come out of the bye week, I can say with 100% certainty from observing him, talking to people in that building, I think he's nailing it. Okay? I really do. I've been around this league a long time. And I've been around a lot of coaches. And there's a lot of BS that comes out of coaches' mouths. And they all try to be things they're not. Mm-hmm. The one thing you can tell with Liam Cohen, he's being true to himself, which is the number one priority. Because you know that. Austin, players will look right through your garbage. They'll know it right away.
Yep.
You're trying to be somebody else. But two, the way he handles himself in situations. And I said last week on the show, JP, when you weren't here, the next 2 weeks are going to be the most important weeks of Liam Cohen being the head coach. The bye week and the Vegas game. Because you had 2 bad losses. You felt good about yourself. You were the number 1 seed for about a sneeze, and we've seen that game around here before. And then now you're not. And so I think it's important. But the way he handles himself comes across as genuine, and he gets it. Now, I love that the access that the Jaguars give is better than any team in the league, by the way. And why shouldn't it be? There are no secrets out there. Just put it out there. Okay?
Don't throw the game plan out there, but everything, a team meeting.
Right. You're not going to put the game plan out there, but everything else, team meetings, when it's not detail oriented, you're not giving away plays and who to attack and everything else, that's fine. Now, having said all that, I love the accountability, but now you're going to get Prisco accountability.
Oh, boy.
Kick the damn field goal, Liam. You're right. It was 4th and 7. You're down 21-0. You've been flailing around doing nothing. Why don't you kick the field goal to make it 21-3? And people said, well, maybe you didn't trust your kicker. If you don't trust your kicker to make a 35-yard field goal, then you should have cut him after the game. So there's my accountability on that. You should have kicked the field goal.
Listen, and we talked about this last week. I mean, I thought I wasn't going to do it. I swore in front of my son on that play on the 4th and 7.
You
dropped the curse. I had to. How could you not? It's 4th and 7, and you decided to go for a quarterback run and didn't work out, right? Pete,
no, it actually was a pass, and he scrambled, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, correction. It was a pass, but he decided to scramble, and you could tell from the get-go that he wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, but he also kind of ran wide at the end instead of diving headlong.
Well, no, but he also could have pulled up and thrown to the tight end who came uncovered on that play, and he didn't throw it to him.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, whether or not he was trying to stick up for Cam Little and take some of the burden off of him. But, Pete, I completely agree with you, where if we're talking about it's a 35-yard kick and we're tailoring game plans now to try to make a kicker feel better, I mean, what are we talking about? It's 35 yards.
I mean, if you talk to Liam about it, I bet he would say, I didn't trust my damn kicker in that situation.
Well,
you know what I mean? But if that's the case, then he can't be your kicker.
I mean, if you trust him with that, then he's not going to be kicking extra points because they're 33 yards.
There's plenty of kids on College Game Day that are more than feasible for kicking 35-yarder, I feel like. I mean, let's keep it realistic
about
here.
About the same now, too, if you make one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I love the way he handles himself with the team. And by the way, he also handles himself very well with the media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he explains things. He's not standoffish with the questions, and he doesn't get angry with the questions, even if they're coming in a direction where he probably doesn't want them coming from. And I think he's smart that way, but I think he's also smart the way he handles his team. And I didn't know that about him. You never know until the guy's in that position. What I've seen so far, 100%, I am impressed with as a coach who handles his team.
Yeah. And it comes down to being genuine. And now, listen, to talk to him in 4 or 5 years, and then let's see if he wants to give the full access and everything, or let's see if he's a little burnt out by doing that. I mean, time will tell. But as far as your first year is concerned, and I said this on one of the very first happy hour shows, like, when you're winning, everything's fine. When you're losing, you're going to find out what type of coach you are really quickly. And I think so far his ability to stay genuine, and I think his players to respond to that, because I'm going to be honest, it doesn't matter if you're a hard-nosed, old-school throwback type of coach who wants to cuss all the time, or you're more of a players coach. Like, players don't care about that. Like, they're all grown men at the end of the day. But what players are going to see through is when you're not being genuine. When you're acting a certain way one day, and then the next day you're acting differently. That's when players call you out. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. Not in Jacksonville, but I've seen it in other teams where players have no problem calling a coach out if he's not being genuine. And I think so far Liam Cohen's doing a great job.
Examples. Give us some examples.
Well, I mean,
on the other teams.
I spent some time in Detroit.
Oh.
The coach of Detroit at the time wasn't doing the best, and
name the name. What was his name?
Oh, it was Jim Schwartz.
Oh yeah. Well, Jim. Let me see if I can describe Jim over the years when I know Jim. Jim's ego sometimes doesn't fit in the room. And, you know, he invented the game, right? I'm on the right path? It's never his fault.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I mean, that's Jim Schwartz. And Jim Schwartz is a good football coach, but as a head coach, I can imagine if you're playing for him, there'd be some annoyance to that.
Listen, and I was only there for a short amount of time, right? So I just I came in the middle of the season, right? And we lose to Tampa, who's a team that we were supposed to beat. We get beat by Mike Glennon, shreds us. So, giant upset. Everyone's already ticked off. I remember just going to the locker room and, my time there before that game, I felt like Jim was more of kind of like a player's coach, kind of like an easygoing guy. And then we get in the locker room and, there's waters being thrown and stuff like that. And I won't speak on who the player was because I'll respect the privacy of the player. But one player spoke out and said, "You're not going to do that anymore. If you do that again, we're going to have problems." And that was kind of a rip. And this is me just being a bystander. Hey, I just got here.
I'm just new here. I'm a new guy.
And I'm coming to a family that seems a little dysfunctional, right? So once that happened, it kind of opened my eyes and see okay, if you're going to try to act up and try to make a statement, it better come from being a place of genuine. Because if it's not, these are grown men we're talking about. These aren't college kids who you got to take by the hand and go to class a certain time. No, these are guys with families who won't be talked to like that.
See, and I think Liam will call out players if need be. I mean, he might not do it publicly, but he'll do it. And I think he's called out Brian Thomas in training camp. Remember?
There was a lot of that.
He did in Miami. You were there, JP.
Yeah.
He called him out on the podium over there when he was standing on the podium. So this is the Brian Thomas we thought we'd see. We hadn't seen it so far. It was nice to see. Basically calling him out.
Anton Harrison as well, I think, got a little bit of that treatment during the preseason.
Yes.
Who did?
Anton Harrison.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Same thing.
It's a little different than certain other guys have done. Tom was, boom, that was Coughlin. It was no subtle jab. It was just a right cross to your forehead, and Tom called out Mark Brunell on the podium once, and it led to a real problem. I mean and then he called him out in private too. So there's ways to do it. I think so far Liam's done a good job. But you're right. When it really, for example, if they were to lose, and I don't think they will lose this week, but if they were to lose to the Raiders, then we're going to see what he's really made of for that kind of thing. Because you're right, Austin. When it really starts going bad, that's when you test the real mettle of the head coach.
By the way, did we get a sense of a lock there, Pete? You were starting to go down that road.
Hey,
I don't like really locking road games.
JP, I'm just
saying,
bringing the righty right now.
I locked the Chiefs before we left.
We didn't have did we have a show for the?
No, the week before.
Yeah, we did. The week before, I locked the Chiefs.
Did you lock the Rams game? No, you didn't lock the Rams game.
No, I locked the Chiefs. I remember
he locked Carolina for sure.
And I locked the Chiefs. That was my second. I said, go ahead and lock it.
Well, why don't you be bold? And it's a new era of Jaguars football, Pete. I mean, be bold and make bold moves.
Is that really that bold to lock a team on the road against the Raiders?
You said you don't lock road games. You said you don't lock road games.
Well, because the road is. Did you see what? I mean, you can see what happens in history on the West Coast. Well, they bucked the trend against the Niners, but
listen,
does Vegas count as the West Coast?
I believe it's in the Pacific time zone. Yes.
when they use their stats of how bad they've been in the Pacific time zone,
I think it counts.
I think that falls in it. Yeah.
That's right.
So that's why I'm not going to lock it. Just if you lock it, then can't you just see Crosby getting 2 strip sacks and they turn into touchdowns?
Brock Bowers goes off for
Bowers.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, JP. Halloween's coming up and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't have any candy to give out, so I'll be locking the door and I'll be locking this pick. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's a first.
This is a must-win game for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Did I hear the sound effects on that? I didn't hear the sound effects.
Yeah, they were there. They're there in stereo, in audio. Yeah. And surround sound.
This is your first ever happy hour lock.
This is my first ever happy hour lock. I've had some good times in Vegas, had some forgettable times in Vegas, but I'm going to lock this one in and say this is a must-win game for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
By the way, the other guy that used to sit in that seat would lock games, and they would be rotten. So I'm worried about it now.
Hopefully I can bring that mojo, man. Yeah.
There you go. Break the trend. Break the mold.
Trying to break the trend.
You're locking the door at Halloween? You don't have candy?
Well, I'm going to be
one of those people.
I'm going to be out getting candy with my son. One more time. Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to be around there. I mean, I'm going to be out there trick-or-treating with my son who's got this giant T-Rex costume that lights up and everything. We went all out this year. Like
what are you dressing as?
Nothing, man. This is his time, right? We have an understanding of he's going to get Reese's peanut butter cups. He has to reach his quota, right? Like in the Lane household, you have to give me 10 things of Reese's peanut butter cups. 10, man.
That's the tax.
Are you eating those now? Or are you still training?
I mean, hey, I'm training.
But you're trying to trim weight.
But I'm trimming weight. But at the same time, I can indulge every once in a while. I'm allowed.
I clearly don't know how it works.
No, you don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you wouldn't think like 4 Reese's because you're not just eating one of those, Austin.
I mean, I can have 2 and be okay and feel good about myself.
Oh, come on now.
You know what? You know what he's going to justify it? It's peanut butter. He gets some protein.
That's a good point. Right. Healthy fats, some chocolate. You know, yeah.
Wow. Oh man, I love it. All right, hey, so the lock is in from Austin. First ever lock for Austin Lane.
First one.
Stunning. We'll see if it pays off this week in Las Vegas. By the way, Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, during the game, cheer on the Jags as they visit Las Vegas and face the Raiders this Sunday at the official away game watch party. It takes place at Mr. Chubby's West Side location this Sunday. 4 o'clock kickoff time, 4:05.
What'd you eat today?
They had, for the production staff, they had quesadillas.
Okay.
They had boneless garlic wings.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Had a couple of those. And they had potato wedges.
Nice.
Had a couple of those.
Nice setup.
Yeah. They always have a great setup.
It smelled delicious walking in here.
Did you grab some of those too?
I did not.
Oh.
Nope. I'm trying.
Good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I'll be back to heavyweight in no time with you guys. 4
Reese's cups Halloween night, but aside from that, he's been good.
He's got
Let's give me 2 Halloween cups, everybody.
4.
Right?
4. He's going 4. I'm taking the over.
Spread them out. We're taking.
By the way, I saw they have one now that has Oreo in it. A Reese's with Oreo in it. Did you see that? I wonder if that's any good. Why mess with perfection?
There's only one way to find out, Pete, and that's to go give it a shot. We're back in a moment. We will keep it real on penalties for the Jags. Too many. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's West Side. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank. Advantage you. member FDIC, and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new sideline collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Especially offensively, you're on schedule. Usually good things have occurred, and when you're off schedule, it's tough sledding. And we've got a couple different tweaks of how we want to try to get guys the ball and get our best players the ball in space, and how to stay a little bit better ahead of the chains and executing first and second down a little bit better so that third downs are a little bit more manageable.
That's the head coach, Liam Cohen, self-scouting on offense during the bye week for the offensive coaching staff. And welcome back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, and Pete Briscoe. And Leonard Skinnard is coming home. Celebrate Southern Rock and American pride with Skinnard Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. A special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces. Saturday, November 8th, coming up soon at Daly's Place. Go to dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000. Excited for that one. Skinnard.
Nice, man.
Always fun.
I used to drive Uber just because I was bored back when I retired from the NFL.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like a niece of one of like the Skinnards.
Okay.
I gave her a ride. So like she really, really cool person. I forgot her name or anything, but like she was going like to the family reunions and stuff, talking to me like all the stories with Leonard Skinner. Like it was one of the best drives I ever had in terms of driving somebody.
Pretty funny.
Oh, I have a bunch of stories with that.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I would love to hear them one day.
Oh yeah, Pete, remind me the next time we're hanging out together, man. I got about 10 in the chamber that they're gonna blow your mind in terms of people that I've given rides to and just stories that revolving those rides.
Pete, you gonna come up for Skinnard or not? No.
No.
You never seen Skinnard?
No. Have I seen Leonard Skinner? No, I have not.
Come on, man.
I'm not a big Southern rock guy, but I like some of the songs. So I would, but I wouldn't go see a show probably.
Okay, fair enough. We'll give a full report after that concert to you, though, Pete. We'll let you know how it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It seems like you can't wait. Time now for Keeping It Real, presented by Nobody. Still.
Amazing.
It's what it is at this point. Amazing. I don't know if that's overselling it. It's
no
just
one's
what it
trying
is.
to grow their business, huh? Just people are satisfied.
I don't know.
Being
Well, you
complacent.
know what? If they had won the last two games, it'd probably be somebody lining up to do it.
Yeah, it's true. But hey, but they're the 7th seed right now still.
After tonight, they won't be though if the Chiefs win, right?
The Chiefs are going to lose tonight.
No, they're not.
Are you going to lock that
They're
up?
going to lose to Marcus Mariota.
I'm not locking that at all. They had one.
Go ahead, lock it.
No. They found lightning in a bottle once with Marcus. That might be enough.
No, but the Commanders' defense is terrible. We'll talk more about it when we do
into
Monday
that.
Night Football,
We'll get
but they're
into
not good.
All right, keeping it real, penalties. The Jaguars, because they had the bye week, they are now 4th in the league in accepted penalties. I believe they're 2nd in total penalties called against them. So there you have it. If you're watching us on Jaguars.com, 65 accepted penalties through Sunday of Week 8. So that's one game less than all the other teams above them. It's like 83 total penalties called. Last week, 18 flags on the ground, 13 of those accepted. And a week after they talked about, hey, the game wrecker are the Jaguars, not the other team's players. It was the highest watermark in penalties this entire season. So now what? I mean, some of these are, aggressive football penalties. Those happen. Like PI happens from time to time. There's things holding, right? If you're getting beat, sometimes you held and things happen, right? Mm-hmm. Now some of them, as we've talked about throughout this season, are mental issues, like the lining up offside on offense twice, the throwing the ball past the line of scrimmage twice this year.
Where's delay of game? They've had delay of games. I don't see those on there.
So on that screen we're looking at on Jaguars.com, there's so many more that didn't make the cut. It's just there's only one screen here, so it's like
Can't make it so small. It's like Times New Roman 12 right now. Are you trying to go to 8?
Right. We need glasses.
By the way, on our shows on Sunday, I came up with in the green room the other day. I call them, and I would never do this, but if I was a head coach, I would think about it. I call those penalties the chokables. Because you want to choke a damn guy for doing that. And so illegal shift, delay of game, not getting set, jumping off sides.
False start.
False start. Those to me are chokables. The other one, I call them chokables. The other one is personal fouls away from the action. That's a chokeable.
Okay.
Now, if you get a pass interference penalty, fine. You get a holding penalty, you're going to get a call for holding, fine. It's in the context of the game. Like when Wingard got the hit in the end zone, bad call. Even if it was a good call, you're not really that upset about it. But all the pre-snap stuff drives me up a wall. And it's not just in Jacksonville. It's everywhere. And by the way, if you look at that list of the most penalized teams in the league, 3 of them are first new coaches. New England's a new coach, Dallas is a new coach, and Liam Cohn's a new coach. So you might have some of that going on as well. The other part of that is Trevor Lawrence doesn't do a great job with the play call coming in, getting to the line of scrimmage, getting everybody set, and going. And how many times do we see him, whether the guy's lined up right or not, you see him motioning that guy or whatever. If the play clock gets down, you can't change the play.
Yeah, he's like
you either
trying to check it
call
late.
timeout or run it.
Right.
Run the play.
Right.
It might be a bad play, but it's better than getting a 5-yard delay a game. Run the play. And I think you've seen a lot of that. I put a lot of it on the play call coming in, Trevor Lawrence not getting a feel for – that's a feel. If you're a quarterback and the play comes in and you're breaking the huddle with 15 seconds or 14 seconds, you know you got to go.
Yeah.
You can't stand there and line him up and then try and change the play. So there's a lot of things that play, but they got to clean that up because you can't work behind the sticks all the time. It's just you're not going to have a good offense.
So you've seen like teams like the Patriots are on that list, the Broncos are on that list. They have the team set in place where they can make up for those penalties. The Jaguars can't right now. Like they can't handle the self-inflicted wounds. And especially when you talk about, like, if you go back to that Rams game, it seemed like when the Jaguars went up tempo a little bit, there was a little more rhythm with Trevor Lawrence. There was a little more confidence. Nothing kills confidence and rhythm more than penalties, especially pre-snap penalties, right? So if you want to put 2 and 2 together and say, okay, well, Trevor doesn't, he's not confident, he's not poised in the pocket. Well, when you're dealing with the pre-snap penalties, that's going to throw off the rhythm. That's going to throw off the drive. So that goes hand in hand.
Get up there and run the play.
And, the illegal shift has been an emphasis this year. They've got caught with that a bunch of different times where 2 guys are moving and they don't set.
Well, they had, 5 or 6 in one game. That one game, and like 5 were declined because they didn't do anything with it either. So
some of them are on Travis Hunter for not knowing the offense. And fair, it's overwhelming for a young rookie to be learning both sides of the ball, but you got to get into a rhythm, and those penalties are like a sack to me. We talk about 1st and 15 or 2nd and 13. Those are sacks. That's what those are, and you can't have that.
With those pre-snap with the motions and everything, I get it. Maybe last year, you get away with a lot more of those. This year, the NFL is cracking down on it. Almost like it's like a police officer trying to crack down on like speeding tickets before Christmas, right? Like you have to reach your quota. That's what these referees seem like now. But at the end of the day, like if it happens one game, okay, let it be an anomaly and learn from it. But this has happened multiple games now. And it was almost the Kansas City game where we all praised this team because they had 4 penalties that game on primetime television, Monday Night Football.
Right.
Like, that's what I thought the Jaguars were going to be. That's not who they are right now. Like, if you look at just the sample size, they are an undisciplined, penalized team. And until that gets addressed, you can't expect to win a lot of close battles because you don't have the team makeup to overcome those types of mistakes.
By the way, I thought it was at the end of the month the police officers trying to get more speeding tickets.
I thought it was
like
a Christmas. Right? I thought it was like a holiday thing though, where they try to get it in before the holidays.
Well, I think they're out there around the holidays a whole lot more because there's a lot of people on the roads on the holidays.
And it's the end of the month,
right? And the end of the month,
so it goes hand in hand.
The end of the month, I think, is the thing. Now I don't know how true that is. I was never a cop.
Yeah.
No, neither was I. But I bet the police officers that would call in and say, would tell us, they would say, no, not true.
No, of course not. No, we never did that, ever. There you have it. It's Keeping It Real. And we're back in a moment with fan questions, social media. They got questions. We got answers. Maybe.
Well, all right.
Maybe.
We have answers.
Pete has answers whether you have questions
or not. They might not like them,
not.
but we have them.
Yeah. And he's got them no matter if there's a question or not. Back in a moment. PRI Productions, the Southeast full-service event company, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com and learn more. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's West Side. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game. Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars souvenir cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Jacksonville builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
We have no plans on moving Brian Thomas Jr. At all. Saw something about that over the weekend. I talked to him for a good amount of time this morning, and it's just a good reset for a lot of these guys to come in fresh, 4-3 with everything ahead of us. Regardless, good, bad, or indifferent what's happened in the first 7 games, we all have an opportunity to write a narrative. We own the narrative, and so I got a lot of confidence in him. I really do believe that we can turn the corner and get better in the pass game that way.
Liam Cohen on Brian Thomas Jr., and welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, our second hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. JP Shadrick, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane, ahead of the Jaguars and the Raiders coming up this Sunday from the Death Star in Vegas. And let's get into our fan questions, also available now for sponsorship. by the way.
Oh, well, no, anything's available.
Open for business.
We're open. We are open for business. We put the cat signal out on X earlier today, either way, and here's the best we came up with today. At Lever Torrance, after the last 2 losses, the schedule ahead looks a lot more daunting. Still in the running for a wild card spot, is this weekend against the Raiders a must-win for both standings and confidence moving forward? Well, you guys have both addressed this earlier, Pete, but we want to double down here.
Yes, no question about it. It's a must-win. If you're going to have any chance to be a playoff team, you got to win this game.
It's
I
not
don't think
a
there's
must.
any doubt about that.
Not
This is not a good
must-win.
Raiders team. The quarterback's not playing well. They have all kinds of issues. The defense has actually played decent football, but you block Max Crosby, you'll beat them. That's easier said than done, but I think they'll find a way to win the game, but it's a must-win, no question about it.
Pete, they're 4-4 if they lose with 9 games to go.
So
it's a must-win?
It is a must-win from the morale of that locker room, where if you come off of your 2 ugliest games of the season so far with Seattle and L.A., you go on your bye week, you're supposed to reset, come back in, a new team, and you go out there and put on a performance that's going to lose to the Raiders, who are a team that you're supposed to beat, then yeah, I'm going to start to question like what the players in that locker room are thinking.
And then, by the way, you got the Texans the next week on the road, which is another tough one, and then you got the Chargers the
at
week
home.
after that.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you got to win 1, maybe 2 at least of those games.
Okay, it's fine. Well, I know one person who really believes in it. It's Austin Lane. He locked it
man.
already.
Locked it in. Play the sound. Do we have the sound still?
By the way, we've thrown a wet blanket on this team right
Music
now
to
a
my
little
ears.
bit. And before the season, you would have told everybody that they would have beat the Chiefs and the 49ers, the Chiefs at home and the 49ers on the road, and they would be where they are right now. I guarantee the entire city would have signed up for it.
No doubt
It's just
about
how
it,
they
yeah.
got to it that they're not happy about.
Right. 4-3 is still 4-3 at the bye week when a lot of people thought it'd be like 2-5.
With victories over the Chiefs and the Niners on
Big.
the road,
Yes.
which, bucking trends to win that they haven't done great on the road out there in their history.
But you're not locking this one, Pete.
No, hell no. I'm not locking the road game.
Okay. Are you going to lock the Chargers game? See how they do?
Maybe.
See how they play?
Maybe.
2 weeks?
Maybe. Let me see how the quarterback plays in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, speaking of, that's our next question at Chov16T. Why is Trevor still hesitant to throw the ball down the field?
Let me say this. There's a narrative out there, very misguided from what I've been told, that he's not first one in, last one out, doesn't put the work in, doesn't know the offense as well. Not true. None of it. Understands every bit about it. Smart, lives it, works it. But something's happening from the time he takes the snap to when the ball gets thrown. Now, is he hesitant for a reason? Why? Did he take a big shot last year? Sped him up? Because we know he took a big shot. Has he been sped up? Is he different than he's been? Because the mechanics have all been tweaked. The motion has been tightened. The footwork is better. But something from point A to here to ball being thrown short circuits at some point. And it's not natural for him. So I don't know why that is, but they better figure it out quickly, and he better figure it out quickly. I'm a big believer in his talent, but he's got to start showing it by driving the ball down the field rather than taking the easy throw and the check downs and all that stuff.
This is a couple weeks ago. I praised Trevor where he played within himself. You don't have to play outside yourself and try to be a gunslinger. Just be who you are. Well, now it's starting to look like these past couple games where he's trying to be a guy that's more of a game manager than actually try to take risks and win football games. It's one thing if you're running the football for 200 yards a pop and you have the legs of ETN, you have your defense causing turnovers and everything. Then as a quarterback, you can kind of put it in cruise control and say, all right, as long as I don't turn the football over, we're all good. But when you're losing by 21 against the Rams, then it's time, I feel like, you got to take the risks. And I feel like right now it might be a guy that's maybe a little afraid to turn the ball over. I think you see that in the pocket in terms of taking quarterback sacks and not seeing the guy. I think it's in terms of taking shots downfield. I think he's just trying to play within himself and not turn the football over.
And they want him running more. They said use your legs more. Okay, that's fine. But you have to – that's running when there's pressure right down on you. running then, not one and get out. And two, move to throw. If you watch Justin Herbert when he's going at his best, what does he do? He gets outside the pocket, keeps his head up, and fires a shot down the field. Trevor needs to do a better job of that. And I think he can. We've seen him do it before. But I think all that's in play, and I think he can get to it. But it's just a matter of something's being short-circuited from the play coming in to him getting under center, because he knows it. He understands it. He's good at it. Just run it. Run the play. Play his best drive of the year. If you had to say his best drive of the year, what would it be? Not the touchdown, but the best drive of the year. It was the Chiefs game when he fired the shot to the sideline to Thomas. Then he came back and fired a shot over on the other sideline. And then, I mean, he got a pass interference penalty, but still the run doesn't count. But those two throws, he was going. He had to go.
Yeah.
I still think he plays at his best when he has to go.
And Pete, you mentioned Justin Herbert too. Like, if you watch his last game, like, it's not like that offensive line's playing really well right now either. Like, Herbert's running for his life, but I think the difference right now between Herbert and Lawrence is that Herbert has like the maximum feel for the pocket, where if it breaks down and he's under pressure, he's going to get you 5 or 6 yards and go out of bounds and be smart about it, right? Like, that to me is the ultimate confident quarterback, where you know if it's breaking down, all right, I'm not going to get a first down on this play, but I'm going to put my offense in a position to win by getting that 5-6 yard gain every single pop.
It's funny because there was a play where Herbert scrambled for a first down and it kind of opened up. But if you look at it, if he just steps up, and he had a shot over the top for a touchdown, and he didn't. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he didn't take it. I still think being able to move is a blessing. Being able to move and throw is a true blessing, because nobody wants your quarterback running around like a madman. But if he can move to throw and hit some shots down the field, that just devastates a defense.
Next question at via 06. Seeing as how other teams are hurting for cornerback help, do you think the Jags are sellers on the back end of the defense? What? No.
No, they don't have enough cornerbacks as it is, which is why Travis Hunter needs to be a starting corner.
Right. No, this team is not a selling team, by the way. They might be a buying team.
Especially in the secondary.
Right.
That's the last position you want to sell, I feel like.
I mean, they might go buy.
If I was buying, I'd be looking around for a defensive tackle and maybe a tight end, depending on when Strange is coming back, because they miss him in the worst way. And then also, if there's a wide receiver floating around. Those are the 3 spots I would look for.
Yeah, I'm not selling anytime soon.
Oh.
I think a drug testing agency would be a great sponsor for this segment with questions like that.
Wow.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? Like, is there anybody in the secondary that you're willing to be like, hey, this guy's a hot topic, let's go ahead and sell? Like, I don't think
they already sold. They already traded one away.
Tyson Campbell. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody you can really sell.
And they're not going to trade away the guy they just traded for.
No. And and they're 4-3 and feel like, okay, especially if they get this game against Las Vegas, then they're right there in the mix.
Speaking of trades, one Mr. Bigsby went over 100 yesterday.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah. Yep, Kayvon Chase.
Is
going for AFC Player of the Year. All this stuff.
I mean, you could go. Josh Oliver's blocking like a madman. I mean, we can go on and on if you want to.
Yeah, that works sometimes. All right, next and final one at Eric E. Harrison. What value is a self-scouting tool Mike Cohen's relationship with Sean McVay hold, since they won't play again this year? Would McVay share Rams observations? Do things like this happen?
Yes, they do happen. And if you have a trusting relationship with the guy and you're playing a team they played, they call on it. They share information. They might never admit it, but they do. Would you?
Yeah, right. I mean, use your source. Absolutely. Any kind of source you get.
Without a doubt.
I'm trying to figure out who they have left that the Rams have on their schedule.
Well, they'd have, everybody in the division, right? It's the Rams, don't they?
Well, the Colts, but you pretty much should know the Colts better than the Rams know the Colts. You play them in the division.
Let's see. The Rams have obviously the division teams: Niners, Seahawks, Panthers.
But you've played them all already. I'm saying, not McVay leaning on Cohn leaning on McVay.
Oh, let's see here.
Who do the Jaguars
have played
left
the Chargers?
that he would lean on?
Oh, the Colts have played.
The Colts play the Rams?
No. Yeah, they beat them. They beat them. It's the only loss. Yeah.
So what about the Chargers?
But you should know the Colts better than the Rams know the Colts, so you shouldn't have to lean on him. Okay, who else?
That's about. I mean, they've already played the Niners once. They played the
Seahawks.
Titans once.
Cardinals. Don't they play the Cardinals?
Titans and Texans. They play the Cardinals. Late though. It's late. The last game of the season.
The Cardinals is the one team you might lean on.
They're both in December.
Yeah. Give them a call in early December. Find out what they got.
Merry Christmas. By the way, tell us about this quarterback.
Keep Kyler Murray in the pocket. You'll win the game. That's the easy one. I can give them that information.
That's just all you got to do is turn on the radio, and we'll tell you. That's it for our fan questions this week. Plenty more ahead in a moment. We'll go around the National Football League. And this is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's West Side. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game. Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, I'm Logan Cook, punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or stolen is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn on the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. But remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead, have a designated driver, keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
What's here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
Dropping is Trevor. Fires it deep downfield. That ball's caught by Travis Hunter. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
That is the call of the game. Frank Frangie, presented by Coil Fence. Since 1927, they've been around the block and fenced it too. That's the touchdown for Travis Hunter. Late in the game, the first career score for the first round draft pick, wide receiver, and corner. And welcome back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. JP Shadrick, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane. And for 12 years, Dreamfinders Homes has been proud to call themselves the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all the available inventory. And go Jags. That's the important part.
Got to have that in there.
Go Jags. Let's go around the National Football League. 6 teams on a bye this week. The Cardinals, Raiders, Lions, Rams, Seahawks, and yes, your Jacksonville Jaguars. Thursday, the Chargers over the Vikings 37-10. We talked about that Chargers team, but they're coming in here in 3 weeks, Pete. How'd they look?
Well, they look good. I mean, they still don't run the ball well enough, though. That's a problem. But Herbert spun it well. I mean, they got playmakers down the field, too. And Aronde Gaston, the rookie tight end, is starting to make plays all over the place, too. So that's going to be a tough game for the defense, for sure.
Thoughts and prayers go out to Carson Wentz's elbow as well. I think it looked like it was ready to fall off. Like that dude was like bandaged together that game, man.
They put him on injured reserve today.
Did they?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was McCarthy going to be back, or what's his deal?
He's supposed to be back, yeah. He'll be back this week.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, before you get into each and every game, it was one of the worst Sundays I've ever had watching games. It was the schedule was terrible.
Oh, the schedule.
And the games were awful.
I thought you maybe had a bad setup at Fort Lauderdale at CBS.
Look at the games.
Pete, what are you talking about? That Jets, Bengals, nail biter? Get to it in a second here, JP. I'll set you up here. Go for it, man. What do we got?
That's yours. We'll get to that. Yeah. Dolphins over the Falcons, 34-10. And I saw people were giving you grief on Twitter that you were bashing the Falcons for only giving Bijan the ball, 9 times in the game?
And they keep saying, well, the Dolphins I watched the tape today. The Dolphins did everything they could to stop. Look, Bijan Robinson gets the ball 9 times against a defense that's averaging 5 yards per carry against. There's something wrong with that plan. I don't care if you play all 11 in the box. You're going to run the football with Bijan Robinson. Stupid decision by the Falcons.
Ravens over the Bears, 30-16. Big win for the Ravens. They needed it, too, to try to keep their season going.
Survival. That was survival.
Yeah, Bills blasted the Panthers. They do what good teams do and blow out the opponent. We talked about that earlier. Hey, Austin, here's your game. Jets 39, Bengals 38. How'd it go?
Absolutely cinema. I mean, you got Woody Johnson calling out your starting quarterback, and everything, and Justin Fields shows up, puts on an performance, but he gets the job done. And yeah, shout out to the Jets, finally not winless anymore. And Aaron Glenn lives to see another week, I feel like.
The Bengals should be embarrassed. You all of a sudden you have life in that division, and you give up 510 yards to the Jets, 7.2 per play.
Wow.
Never should happen.
Texans over the 49ers, 26-15. Are the Texans real enough to get back in this thing?
Well, they play the Broncos this week, so we'll know a lot more about them against the Broncos. The offense looked good. They didn't have Collins. They threw to a bunch of, those young players, Noel and Higgins and Hutchinson, and they made plays. So they're good on defense. We know that. So they're going to be tough to beat week in and week out.
Also, Marks is starting to prove to be kind of like a dynamic running back as well, man. Like you had Nick Chubb, who is kind of, he's on the back nine of his career, can do a couple things good. It feels like now Marks is a great ball runner, but also a great receiver in that backfield as well. Makes that offense a little more dynamic, much like Mixon did when he was up.
Hey, by the way, Austin, back 9, he might be on 18.
Yeah, he might be going to the clubhouse, man. Yeah.
Patriots over the Browns, 32-13. Myles Garrett with a huge day and a losing effort.
Didn't matter.
What in the world?
I mean, Will Campbell couldn't block him. Nobody could block him. 5 sacks, but they're so limited offensively, and the Patriots are pretty good. I mean, Drake May's good.
He's number 1 in the league in rating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the right now. If you had to say who's the best quarterback in that class, including Daniels, who's not played in most of the season, it's Drake May.
Because Bo Nix in that class as well. But no, I'm giving Drake May above Bo Nix right now. You have to.
I'll tell you what, Bo Nix made a couple throws in that game against Dallas. It was like, whoop, eye-opening.
Yeah, but that's playing against the air.
Okay. Fair.
I mean, come on.
Eagles over the Giants, 38-20. Bucks over the Saints, 23-3. And that Broncos game over the Cowboys, 44-24. The one I'm referencing is the one right before halftime, Pete. Bo Nix throws it back left corner, and that was
it's good to see him do that because he hadn't been doing it all year. He'd been inconsistent. So that's good for him. Well, I want to see him in that offense against that Texans defense this week. I think that's going to be a real test for them.
Love that. Colts over the Titans, 38-14. The Packers over the Steelers, 35-25. And tight end Tucker Kraft.
Jeez.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it was National Tight Ends Day, and they all had days. I mean, a lot of tight ends caught touchdown passes, but Jordan Love was phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Packers team I thought I'd see when I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. And by the way, I picked them before Micah Parsons got there because that offense is good. And Golden didn't even do anything, right?
No.
You look at that offense, they get Watson back, he's a field stretcher. You got that tight end working in the middle of the field now. You got those other Dobbs and Golden, and they can run the ball with Jacobs, and the offensive line is big and strong, and Love is playing well. That team is for real. I said this in the top of my power rankings for tomorrow. The games were awful, but 3 teams served notice on Sunday. Remember, all we heard about was what's wrong with the Bills, what's wrong with the Bills. The Panthers are so physical. Look how physical they are. They aren't running anybody. The Bills beat them up across the board on Sunday, beat the daylights out of them. 2, the Eagles got back to Barkley running the football, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles showed they're the Eagles, and the Packers showed that they can score with anybody, and Love is legitimate.
Yeah, being from Wisconsin, I hear all the time about the Packers this year and everything. It's wild how they go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love, which seems like he's taking the torch and doing his thing as well. Like that's not how football's supposed to work. You're not supposed to get back to back to back great quarterback play. You have to serve your time and be in the doldrums a little bit. Nope, not in Green Bay.
Nope, not in Green Bay.
No,
and by the way, know this, Austin. If you could score. Those turning Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary loose, that's going to be a good defense no matter who's playing on the back end.
Absolutely.
Monday Night Football. It's a battle of playoff teams from a year ago. The Washington Commanders, 3-4. They're without quarterback Jaden Daniels again as they head to Kansas City to take on Patrick Mahomes and the 4-3 Chiefs. Who you got at Arrowhead tonight?
Oh, come on.
It'll be the Chiefs.
You taking Marcus Mariota? You can have Marcus Mariota. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs, by the way, are now cooking. Rice is back.
Yeah.
The line is good. They're cooking. I'm taking the Chiefs. Blowout City. And by the way, if they win, they will be the 7th seed because they'll move ahead of Jacksonville by playing one more game.
Correct. Is that a lock, Pete? The Chiefs?
Yeah, that's a lock. You can lock that. Hell yeah. They're at home, so I can lock it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
I mean, can I go back-to-back locks in one segment?
I mean,
hit it one more time. Little door locking ASMR right here. Boom, my ears. I like it.
I love that.
Lock it in.
The picks are in on Monday Night Football, and they're both going with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Pete, your number one fan is celebrating his 78th birthday today, by the way.
Who is that?
John Shadrick in Trustville, Alabama.
Oh, he's 78 today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Papa Shadrick. Shadrick is JP. I got to tell this to you.
Yeah.
I know how much your dad loves me because I take away all your airtime.
That's what it is. He loves you, man. Loves you.
No, he doesn't. He does now because I made a mockery of the whole thing that he doesn't like me. So he's now part of the show. So he loves me.
Yeah. But I thought I'd throw that in there. So
78, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hope he enjoys it by not. Did he spend the 2 hours listening to this show?
I think he does it every Monday. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Every Monday, all 2 hours.
Well, happy birthday, Pops. No question about it. Hopefully many more.
No doubt about it. He's doing great. All right, so the Jags are on the practice field today. They're off tomorrow, Tuesday, back at it Wednesday, and here we go. The stretch run is upon us. 10 games to go for the next 5 on the road. How you feeling about these?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough stretch being on the road, right? That long is going to be tough, but it's 1 week at a time, right? And you can't look too far ahead. Like me and Pete have been saying this. This is the most important game, I think, of the year. Is this Raiders game, and it's a game that you're supposed to win.
They don't even have to show up. You locked it already. So
don't show up. That's fine. Yeah,
just mail it in.
That's fine.
Enjoy
JP,
Vegas.
we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everyone's on a bye.
Go to a show. Do the whole deal in Vegas. It's fine.
Go see a show. Have fun.
You know what? If you have Walker Little, you got to block Max Crosby. Who cares? He locked it already.
That's fine. They'll chip him.
Brock Bowers playing or not? Do we know about that yet?
Probably he's going to play.
We don't know. He's probably going to play.
Yeah. They'll chip him. It's Crosby. They'll put LaQuinn Allen in his ribs a time or two. Yeah, no big deal.
He's a maniac, by the way, Crosby.
Yeah.
He plays the game like a madman.
And now, every down.
From what I was told, he jumps outside a lot of gaps and stuff, but he's allowed to do whatever he wants to. Did you know that? He can do whatever he wants to.
If you watch him play, I feel like he kind of has free reign of that defense. I mean, he is the Raiders. They've given him the money. He kind of runs that town. Yeah, he does what he wants.
I love watching him play.
He
Love it.
produces. Yeah. When you produce, you can do pretty much what you want. Pete, we'll do it again next week. How about that?
After the lock. And if it doesn't work,
man.
oh boy.
Oh, it's going to be a long Monday.
I'll see you guys in 5 weeks then if that's the case.
Yeah. Pete Briscoe, Austin Lane, I'm JP Shadrick. Thanks to our entire, oh boy, indeed. That would be quite something. I hope we don't have to go there.
I'm going to be on Jags pregame show just shaking, hoping we can get this done.
Yeah. Man, we just kicked this game off already.
Let's go.
Joe Fortunato, Brent Reber, our entire crew, thanks to you for listening and watching. It's Jaguars Happy Hour.